What's up, Builders Club TV Nation? DeJuan Jones here, your professional stay-at-home dad. Once again, we are back with you and excited, super excited about tonight's guest. This young lady is absolutely phenomenal. She's doing some major things online in her business. We're going to talk to her a little bit and get inside her head a little bit, talk to her, get inside her mind a little bit, and talk to her about her journey and what she's doing and what she's up to today. Amanda Wray is on the show with us today, and entrepreneur, internet marketer, online business coach. Let me go ahead and get her on the screen. Let's talk to her a bit. Amanda Wray, can you hear me? Awesome. We're going to bring you on the camera here in just a second here. Ladies and gentlemen, again, excited about tonight's guest. Again, I'm DeJuan Jones, your professional stay-at-home dad. Let me bring myself on camera. Hey, there I am. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. Let me get Amanda in on the conversation with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me in the studio Amanda Wray. Amanda, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Welcome to the show. Glad to have you with us. There you go. How's it going?
Going great. How are you?
Doing great. Excited about having you on. Thank you for being on the show. And
no problem.
Awesome. So I want to get right into the nitty gritty with you because, there's quite a few people that are familiar with you online. You've been online doing your thing for a minute, definitely doing some damage, doing some major things, getting your name out there. But I want to talk to you and kind of reverse engineer your success if we can do that. Can we do that?
Sure, not a problem.
Awesome. So take us back a little bit when you got started online. What were you doing before you even discovered working from home?
Yeah, well, I used to clean buildings for a living. I was a janitor.
Okay.
And that's what I was doing. It consumed a lot of my time, and it was just something I didn't want to do. So I started to look into the online space, and back in 2015, I had my back up against the wall. I really didn't like where I was working, and I just started doing a lot of research. I mean, countless nights of research in what was the best programs, which way to go, what direction, and things of that nature. And that went on for like all of 2015. I think total I joined about between 20 to 25 programs in 2015. Yep.
Wow.
So it was so funny because everything that I seen looked like it was something I wanted to do. And it looks like something that was easy for me to do. But unfortunately, I didn't make any money in 2015 after joining so many programs.
Okay.
So in 2016, I took a really little break to just try to figure out what I was doing wrong. And I started to do more research instead of just jumping into every opportunity. So in 2016, I met a gentleman that was a six-figure earner, and he told me he told me about direct mail marketing. So I decided to do direct mail.
Okay.
And I said, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot and see what happens, because I really wanted to be able to stay at home. It was really time freedom more for me than anything else. I just wanted time freedom. So I started really plugging away at the things he was telling me to do. We met almost I want to say 3 to 4 times a week, every single week. And I started actually earning, and I was just excited. It wasn't a lot in the beginning,
right?
But I was excited because I felt that was my way out. And if I can make $150 or $75, I can make $1,000.
Right.
So what I did is he taught me about scaling, leverage, and how to take things to the next level. And because he was in the industry for so long, he's probably in his mid 50s. He's been doing this for like 20 plus years.
Wow.
I followed his everything he told me to do step by step. And I had made $50,000 just with direct mail back in, right around 2016, 2017.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's so funny because even though I had success, I still wasn't convinced that I was ready to leave my job. I'm like, well, what is this? What if this is just one of those, got lucky? You start to think and hesitate because, we're so growing up and going to school, you're taught to be at your job and you can't do anything without a job. So we're conditioned to always rely on our job. And I had a hard time letting go, even though I knew that was the best thing for me. So, in 2017, I just decided, you know what, I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to give it a try. If anything, I can always get another job, but I wanted to make a future for myself and my children where I didn't have to go back. I'm a single mom of 2, and I just didn't want to have to go back. So, one thing that the gentleman told me, and it always stuck with me, he said, Amanda, always just keep the pipeline full and you will never go broke. That's basically it. Keep the pipeline full. And that's what I did. I mainly just always sent out my mailings. I always made sure that I connected with people. I made sure that people knew who I was and they had an idea of my journey and where I started and where I'm at now. And now I just basically educate people and try to keep people away from the mistakes that I made when I first got into online. Thinking that everything that glitters is gold when it's really not. But, it's so hard it's so easy to lose focus on your goals and the things that you want to do. Right. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to keep people focused, consistent, and let them know if I can do it, anybody can do it. I had very little marketing skills. I used to work for an agency where I did conferences. So I know a little bit about marketing, but it's really a different ball game when you're online. So, once I started dealing with offline, I just took a lot of my results and my proof online, and then I just started sharing my story. And that's the main thing, being able to give people your story, let them know that you're a real person, give people value. That's where it started. And that's exactly what I did.
Right. Wow, that's amazing. So let me trail back a little bit because you said a mouthful there, and there's so much to unpack. But let me go back a little bit because I really want to dig in, tap in a little bit, because a lot of people getting started online, their start isn't always. It's like the start is always the toughest part. At the beginning, it's always the hardest when you're trying to accomplish a goal. Would you agree?
Yes, that's correct.
And so, when we have the opportunity to have someone like yourself who's having the success, has created the success, we want to dig deep and figure out, at the beginning, you said 20 companies at the beginning, right? 20 companies.
Yeah.
And did you have success in any one of those companies, anything substantial or not at all?
No, very minimal, to the point I can't even remember because it wasn't a lot at all. I know there was I know that more than half of them I made absolutely nothing.
Wow. And so here's a question that I know a lot of people are asking themselves right now watching. How did you keep yourself from becoming discouraged?
I just kept looking YouTube. I just kept looking at other people and the success that they were having. And then one day I had like this light bulb moment where I just felt like, why don't I just duplicate what the winning people are doing? People that are showing their proof and they're showing what they're doing, just follow exactly what they're doing. I didn't think of that in the beginning.
Okay.
But after I had lost so much money in 2015, and I kind of did a restart in 2016, so I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm not going to take any shortcuts. I'm going to do what the people are doing that are winning. And the thing is, you're not going to do everything that they're doing because they've been here for a while. And the reason why they're making so much money is because they have certain skill sets that they've learned over time.
Right.
But what I realized is I didn't have to have all of those skill sets. I didn't have to know everything. It just started out with a little bit at a time, day by day. And what it really boiled down to was consistency. I heard a six-figure earner talking about a 90-day blitz. So I looked into what that was, what it stands for, and what I needed to do. And I personally put myself on a 90-day blitz where I did the same things over and over and over again with no results for 90 days. And that literally changed my life.
Wow.
Because the 90 days just showed proof that if I was consistent, I would start earning money. And it took me about 75 days to get that first big payout, but I swear to you, it's like it happened yesterday. I remember waking up on a Friday night, going to sleep on a Friday night, and a lady telling me she was going to send me some money for a program. I didn't know if it was true or not, but I remember waking up Saturday morning and I had $1,000 in my PayPal.
What?
In that same day, I had another gentleman call me that wanted to start with me, and he sent me another $800 to my PayPal.
Wow.
And those two payments just showed me that, Amanda, they were right. You just had to be consistent and stop jumping around everywhere. So that became my addiction. I just started to be more focused on staying consistent, and the more consistent I was, the more it just, and everyone says you did it so fast, because by 2017 I was a six-figure earner, 2018 multiple six-figure earner, and it just keeps going, because what happens is it becomes a snowball effect. You keep the pipeline full and you never go broke. There's 200,000 people per day that's looking to leave their daytime job. There's more than enough to be made. This industry will never go saturated, and you just have to know what you're doing, and you have to just stay consistent.
Absolutely. So you touched on something. I want to bring it back. You got your first big payday. Now, was it that moment, again, you said a little bit about this but I want to touch on it again. Was it that moment you knew this was it? Or when did you get to the point where you felt like, okay, this is going to be what I want to do?
2017, because it even though I was earning in 2016, I still wasn't confident. It almost felt like it wasn't real. Like right. I just got lucky, and that the luck will pretty much go away. And I didn't have enough confidence in what I was doing. But what helped me a lot was the mentors and the people that were around me that were having success for so many years. It just showed me that if they can do it, I can do it. Mm-hmm. So what I always tell people is, when they join programs, they look to their sponsor to give them what they need. You're not going to get that from a sponsor. You get that from a coach or a mentor. There's a complete difference between the two.
Okay,
so,
right.
In the beginning, I was looking for help and assistance from a sponsor, and I was looking for that guidance. But when I got that online coach, that mentor, that person that literally was there to uplift me and tell me, Amanda, you're overthinking things, or don't do that, do this, focus on that, and don't focus on this. That helped me to have results faster and to really focus on the things that was most important.
Wow, that's very powerful, because I think you're right. A lot of people get involved in different things, and they kind of stretch themselves thin because they're so involved or engaged in so many things at one time. They don't know what to really focus on, so there is no consistency, and there's no consistency, or they're in that space because there's no one telling them or coaching them on the right way to do it, right?
Correct. And then a lot of people are jumping from one program to the next, thinking that it's the program that doesn't work, but it's just that the skill set and the mindset isn't there for them to start building that business, or that online or offline business that they're looking to build. That's basically what it boils down to.
Right. Awesome. This is powerful. I want to switch gears a little bit, because you mentioned that you're a single mother, right? You started out, working in corporate America, or you were cleaning. You said cleaning buildings, right?
Yes.
And you had a 9-to-5, right? You didn't start off with a silver spoon. You had a 9-to-5. You created this online income, and you did it as a single mother. How in the world did you do it?
You have to plan. I have 2 kids. My daughter is 5. My son is 11. And I literally made sure that I was sticking to a schedule. And that's really important, because, as a single mom, you have work, kids have to go to school, you have laundry, you have dinner, you have doctor's meetings, but you have to dedicate that hour as often as you can to running your business. And another thing that, my mentor told me was, you treat your business as a business and not as a hobby. So I took it as if this was something that was going to make me $100,000 a year. That's how I treated it. And I already had it in my head what I wanted to do before I was an online coach. That was already planted in me, because my thing is if I found out exactly what to do and how to make a full-time income online, I will dedicate the rest of my life teaching other people exactly how to do the same.
Right.
I just needed to focus on making that dream come true. And I knew I had to be consistent with something in order to get there. So I made it, no matter what, I was going to dedicate an hour a night. And if I was sick or I didn't feel up to it or whatever it may be, I was going to always make the time up. And I was going to do that strictly 90 days straight, no breaks in between. And I made a commitment to myself and my children that I was going to do that. And that's exactly what I did. I stayed committed to the process. And let me tell you, I woke up some nights and I went to sleep some nights and I didn't feel confident in what I was doing. But because I made a commitment not to give up, I just went through that journey, even with the nights where I was feeling a lot of doubt.
Wow. And so, I mean, there had to be a lot of those nights because, you're dealing with children, it's unpredictable sometimes, and there's things that you have to do. Were there ever moments where you felt like you were falling behind in your business because you had so much, mommy duties to handle? Did you ever feel like, I'm not going to be able to do this because, mommy duties are first? I got to make sure money's coming in. I got to make sure this is happening. Lights got to stay on. Got to cook dinner. Did you ever wrestle with that?
Yes, I did. And there was nights when I felt like, am I just wasting time? Is this really going to happen for me? Am I going to be one of those people that really make it? But like I said, once I had planted the seed to be committed, there was nothing. 90 days is not a long time. It is a long time if the mindset is not correct. If you don't really believe in what you're doing and you're one of those people that easily give up. But I was in a place where I didn't have a choice. I just felt like, everybody said, give it 90 days. And I'm so happy I did that, because from the results that I had within those 90 days, even though it took me about 75 days to get my first payment, it just lit a fire to me that just never burned out and never stopped. So my first 90-day blitz actually turned into another 90-day blitz. Okay. And it just doubled my income. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is so, and then I'm talking about dedicating an hour to an hour and a half a night, just like 4 times a week. It wasn't every single day. And then I remember there was one week I was extremely sick and I didn't do anything. You know what I did? I worked all weekend to make up for it. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I made up everything that I needed to do for that week that I was out sick. And I just stayed committed to the process. And that's what it takes.
Absolutely. So it sounds like, at the end of the day, it's just about hard work, right? It's about hard work, determination, setting goals, and staying consistent, right?
Yes.
I think that's one of the things that a lot of people just getting started online, working from home, they really struggle with that consistency. It may be a case of, having a lot of things going on in their personal life, the job, working a lot of hours. What do you say to a person? I know you've already given a bunch of great advice, but what can you say for a person who's maybe thinking about working from home online, just getting started? What's the best advice you can give to them?
Yeah, the first thing is, this is something that anyone can do with the right mindset. You can come in and you can really blow this thing out the water. What I noticed that most people are doing, and it was even for myself, we rely so much on our check that we get from our job. And that's really what's holding us back from having the success that we need that we can have online, because we are so connected to that check that we receive every week or every 2 weeks from our job.
Right.
When you start looking at that check as your downfall, and the reason why you don't have that vacation or that college tuition for your kids or that time freedom that you're looking for, you will stay stuck to that check for the rest of your life.
Wow.
So you have to start looking at that check that you're receiving every week, every 2 weeks as your downfall, and really truly looking at this journey, whether it's offline or online, as the thing that's going to really take you to the next level and allow you to have the freedom that you truly deserve, you know? And I know it may sound so cliche, you know, everybody's saying the same thing, but it's 100% the truth. Once your mindset changes, and let me tell you, I had post-it notes and all types of inspirational stuff on the wall. You know, I still have it downstairs in my downstairs office, where I said residual income is the key, you know, and I have that on my wall because that's what I wanted in 2015. And it took a lot of, you know, bumps in the road, but you have to stop focusing and leaning on that job and really just focus and dedicate your time to making a difference just for yourself, for your husband, your wife, your children, your grandchildren, you know, and it'll literally change your life. It will change your life. So I'm just excited about being able to share my story, but not only that, provide people with the training and being able to tell people that the things that people didn't tell me. When I joined business opportunities, everybody told me the same thing. I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it just to get somebody's money. You know, it's not about this being hard, and it's not about it being easy. It's just about being consistent. That's it.
Right. Wow. Powerful. Good stuff. Let's switch gears a little bit again. And I just want to talk to you about, because obviously, you know, your success is a product of your hard work. But what do you do? What does Amanda Wray do when she's not working from home? How do you relax? What do you do for a good time?
I travel out of the country every couple of months. So, I like going to Caribbean islands. You know, I love the Caribbeans. If you go onto my Facebook page, I have a ton of videos and photos of me just traveling. I like taking my children places because as a kid, you know, I grew up in a poor community and my parents didn't have much. So I didn't get to travel. I never was on a plane. I never experienced snorkeling or riding a boat or, you know, the things that, you know, a lot of people experience that have money.
Right.
So I take my kids just about everywhere with me and they get to experience so many different things. They get to snorkel, they go to amusement parks, we travel to different countries, we stay in nice hotels, just because that's something that I didn't have. And I want them to be able to know that there is something out there that you can see more than just being in one place. You know, you don't have to be here if you don't want to. So that's what I love to do. I love to spend time with family. And not only that, what I do online is really one of the things that I really love to do. So even when I'm away, I'll spend an hour, 2 hours just talking to someone or giving someone my story or sharing the information that I have, because that's in me. That's what I love to do. I do love to snorkel. I love to swim. I love the water. I'm always on the beach when I'm away. And every month I'm like preparing for the next event, the next trip.
That has to be awesome for your kids. That has to be like the ultimate motivator when, you know, what is that feeling like? You know, share that with the audience, you know, what that feeling is like when your kids are smiling, they're on the beach, there's white sand between their toes, you know, what is that feeling like? Is that the ultimate motivator for you?
Yeah, it feels like job done, job well done. I just feel like job well done, you know, that they just being able to let them know that they have to get a good education, but they don't have to. They know that mommy works from home. I'm in my office right now as we speak. They see that, so they'll know that's what to follow. And if they want to do anything else, it doesn't have to be punching a clock. If that's not what they want to do, you know. And I feel like, you know, I'm able to give them that. It's a smile. It puts a smile on my face. Absolutely. And it makes me just so confident about the future and what the future holds for them. Because I'm like, I know that at some point when they get older, they're gonna see what I'm doing, and then they're gonna be right here on my shoulder, and I'm gonna be teaching them all of the tricks and tips that I do. And not only that, I'll be able to keep them from being scammed like I was. I was in a program where I was scammed for like $15,000.
Oh,
Know,
wow.
I can keep them away from all of those things that affected me in a negative way on
Wow.
this journey. You know, and that's basically all I want to do. I just want them to be able to live the life that they want and not feel restricted because of money. You know, or having that boss that you hate, or that coworker that's always doing something crazy, or you get to work late and you're afraid that you're going to lose your job. That used to always be my thing. I was scared to take off time to take my son to the hospital. I was scared to go to a dentist appointment or to ask for time off to go to see the kids play. Right. Why should we have to live like that? Why do I have to put in time 2 weeks in advance to go see my son play at his school? Exactly. Just things like that. So when you really start thinking about it and writing the things down that you hate the most about your job, put that up on your wall and really start focusing on your journey from work. That's when everything starts to take place.
That's good. That's really good. Wow. So much here. Definitely excited about your success and your story. Builders Club TV Nation, you should definitely follow this young lady because there's so much to be inspired by. She's laid it out flat. One thing I do like about you, Amanda, is, online, you just keep it real. You don't sugarcoat it, because a lot of people do that. They sugarcoat, what success is supposed to be and how things are going to go. But, it ain't pretty. It's not a pretty road to success. There's going to be some bumps, like you mentioned, in the road. So, let us know, Amanda, what should we be looking out for? What is Amanda Wray into? What are you working on? What are you cooking up right about now?
Well, right now, I'm back in heavy into direct mail marketing. Just because I know that's a really great place for newbies to start and people that are having problems online. And then I do have a program where people can earn doing some simple data entry work. And I also have a mastermind where I take people through a 90-day blitz of all of the things that I do so that you have the blueprint and the training to be successful online. Awesome. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Awesome. And guys, we'll make sure that we link that information down below so you can definitely get in touch with Amanda and find out more about what she's working on. Amanda, will you give out your social media as well?
My social media, yes.
Let us know where they can get in touch with you. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, you'll give out your social.
Yeah. Under Amanda Wray, Wray, Amanda Wray on Facebook. You just type my name in it, it'll come up. My website is successwithamandaray.com. That's going to bring up all of the everything that I'm involved in right now, and it'll give you a little bit of bio about me and also how to set up a meeting with me if you would like to speak with me. Awesome.
We appreciate you coming on to the show. We definitely want to see you on the Builders Club TV again. In fact, Amanda, soon after season 1 of the Builders Club TV, we're actually going to have the live chat series where, people like yourself will come on and the audience will have the opportunity to speak directly with you, ask you questions, the hard questions that everyone has when they're starting off online. So we definitely want to have you back for that. But we definitely appreciate you coming on to the show. Builders Club TV Nation, there it is. You have Amanda Wray. Make sure you follow this lady because she's doing some amazing things, and we'll see you on the next Builders Club TV interview. Peace, everybody.